If you're planning to spend time outdoors today, don't let the calm conditions fool you. Canada is facing a split weather pattern, with heavy rain, localized flooding, thunderstorms, wildfire smoke, and intense summer heat all happening at the same time. Here's everything you need to know before heading out. Welcome everyone. Let's take a full look at the latest weather forecast across Canada as we track the biggest weather stories from coast to coast. We'll begin in southern Ontario, where periods of rain continue to move across the region. While this won't be a complete washout for everyone, many communities will experience repeated showers throughout the day. The Greater Toronto Area will see the steadiest rain during the morning before conditions gradually improve later in the day. However, the rain won't disappear completely. Scattered showers will continue developing through the afternoon, and a few isolated thunderstorms are also possible. These storms are not expected to become severe, but they could still produce brief heavy downpours, lightning, and reduced visibility. As the system shifts eastward, attention turns toward eastern Ontario and the St. Lawrence Valley. Communities from Kingston toward Montreal will face a greater risk of persistent rainfall. Some locations could receive enough rain to cause water pooling on roads, localized flooding, and difficult driving conditions. Motorists should slow down during heavier rain and watch for water collecting on highways, especially in low-lying areas. Farther east into Quebec, rainfall becomes even more significant. Central and eastern Quebec will continue seeing widespread rain through the day, with the heaviest bands gradually pushing toward Quebec City and eventually into Atlantic Canada. Some locations may experience prolonged periods of moderate to heavy rain, increasing the risk of localized flooding in areas that receive repeated downpours. As we move into Atlantic Canada, conditions become increasingly unsettled. Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island will experience scattered showers today, but the heavier rain is expected to arrive later as the storm system continues moving east. By Monday, rain will become more widespread across New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and parts of Nova Scotia, with periods of heavy rainfall possible. A few thunderstorms may also develop, especially near the New Brunswick border and surrounding regions. Residents should prepare for wet roads, reduced visibility, and possible ponding in areas where rainfall becomes persistent. Meanwhile, Western Canada tells a very different story. Across southern Saskatchewan, southern Manitoba, and southeastern Alberta, summer heat remains firmly in place. Temperatures will stay well above seasonal averages, providing another hot day across much of the southern prairies. However, farther north, conditions are much more unsettled. Northern Alberta and northern Saskatchewan continue to deal with scattered rain showers and gusty winds as cooler air rotates around a nearby low-pressure system. Some isolated thunderstorms may also develop, particularly across the Interlake region, where daytime heating adds enough instability for brief storm development. These storms are not expected to be widespread, but any heavier cell could produce locally heavy rainfall and gusty winds. Looking ahead, many prairie communities should begin drying out on Monday as the storm gradually moves away. Now let's head west to British Columbia. The strong winds that affected parts of the province are beginning to ease, bringing gradual improvement. However, wildfire smoke remains an ongoing concern across several regions. Air quality is expected to slowly improve during the next couple of days, especially across southern British Columbia and southern Alberta, but conditions may still remain unhealthy at times in smoke-affected areas. Anyone sensitive to poor air quality should continue limiting prolonged outdoor activity whenever smoke becomes noticeable. Weather-wise, northern British Columbia will continue seeing scattered rain showers, while the lower mainland may experience a few passing showers through Monday. By Monday night and Tuesday, much of the province should begin drying out as high pressure gradually rebuilds. Overall, Canada's weather remains highly divided. Heavy rain and localized flooding continue across parts of Ontario, Quebec, and eventually Atlantic Canada. Summer heat remains locked across the southern prairies. Northern sections of the prairies continue dealing with cooler temperatures, showers, and isolated thunderstorms. British Columbia is gradually improving, although wildfire smoke will continue affecting air quality in some areas. If you're traveling this weekend or planning outdoor activities, keep checking the latest forecast because conditions can change quickly depending on your location. That's your latest Canada weather update. Stay safe, stay weather aware, and we'll continue monitoring every significant change as this active weather pattern moves across the country.